Hey there, Saber friends. SpaceWindu here with my latest lightsaber. This one is the Nocturne Armory Satele Shan, which is half of Satele Shan's staff. Satele Shan is the Grand Master of the Jedi Order in the Old Republic, and when she lands on Alderaan and has to fight the Sith, this is the lightsaber that she uses to defeat a bunch of the Sith and Darth Malgus. This one here has the Neopixel system powered by the Plector Labs Prizm 5.1. And you could see here we have the DIN plug down there, which you plug in the blade that I made for this. And I added the Custom Saber Shop new thumb screw for the blade retention, which I like a lot. I like having the ones that you could tighten with your fingers rather than using an Allen key, and I like the way this protrudes. But obviously any thumb screw would work here, any retention screw if you wanted a more flush look. But I always like the different things that stick out of a lightsaber, the different greeblies, the different parts that look like they're from the Star Wars universe. And this one has the etching that you'd expect on this type of Satele Shan hilt. So when you watch the trailer for the Old Republic, you can see that she has on her staff, which is made up of two of these, she has this engraving. And there's the belt clip and kill keys in the bottom here. It's a custom knurled kill key for the 2.1 millimeter recharge port there. Now this lightsaber is going to be for sale on FX-Sabers forums. And if you're looking for me on FX-Sabers, my name changed from SpaceWindu to XR-Kun. So you can find me as XR-Kun on FX-Sabers. And I will put a link to the sale thread. So this one is got the 3.7 lithium ion battery pack, which is an Orbtronic, and it has 3500 mAh with 15 amps. It's an 18650 size. Got some lighted buttons here. I also was able to do 2 speakers in this one. So there is a 2-watt bass speaker from the Custom Saber Shop in here, and there's also a 3-watt mini bass speaker wired in tandem with that. So you get the most powerful sound possible. And there's also access to the SD card and the R.I.C.E port through the pommel, and I'll show you how to get to that right now before I show you the blade that I made for this and get to the fun part. So basically what you do is, if you want to gain access to your SD card, is use your thumb to, as you can see, there's a knurled washer nut around the recharge port that I just have finger tight, just so that it doesn't move, and it's easy to get this little washer off when you want to. And then you just unscrew the pommel, which only has a couple turns to it. Right there you'll see the recharge port with a handle that's protecting the speaker. But that little plastic piece is the handle to pull out the chassis. But what you have to do first, what I like to do is put the kill key in. And you need to take off this belt clip, because the belt clip is actually screwed into the chassis. So it won't move until you take the belt clip off. And I'll include this Allen wrench so you can easily undo the belt clip. And then what you do is you pull on this tab. Be careful with the speaker. You don't want to poke the speaker, you know. This should come out pretty easily. So here's the chassis. I'll pull it out a little further. And we gain access to our SD card. And you can change those sound fonts and stuff like that. You could also plug into the R.I.C.E port here, which allows you to make a lot of changes where you don't have to go into the SD card. So you could change the blade colors, you can change the sound level, you can change your motion settings, and you could change lots and lots of parameters just by plugging in the R.I.C.E cable, which you can get from the Custom Saber shop, and just download the free software for the R.I.C.E cable and the R.I.C.E program off of the Custom Saber shop website or Plector Labs website, and you will be able to change the stuff in your Prizm. This is the second speaker, the 3-watt mini bass, and we have a 2-watt bass speaker right here. So when you're ready to put everything back in, just make sure that the hilt powers up, that you made all your changes correctly, and that there's no beeps and stuff. And you just want to align this hole with this hole, because that's where the belt clip is going to screw into. When you get to the point where you're going to push it through, don't press directly on the speaker, just press with your finger on the PVC part until you see the hole. It's not quite aligned. Okay, there we go. And now I can reattach my belt clip before screwing on the pommel. When you do screw on the pommel, you just have to take out your kill key, otherwise this hole won't pass. Just tighten up the pommel. And what I'll do now is just put this nut back on, just finger tight, like I showed you guys. And I'll show you guys the blade, and I'll show you guys the operation of the saber. The blade is a 36-inch long Custom Saber shop clear tube, and that has a bullet tip on it. It's 36 inches long overall. So you have the bullet tip with the drilled out blade tip that I made so that some pixels, some RGB pixels, can be in the tip and provide a more even tip. So the light just doesn't stop before the tip, it actually goes into the blade tip. And we have a nylon Custom Saber Shop diffuser, a DIN plug at the bottom, which is going to plug into your hilt, into your Satele Shan emitter, which is about 3 inches deep, which means you have about 33 inches of exposed blade. You'll also see that there is over 250 RGB Neopixel Adafruit LEDs inside the blade. Those are the skinny strips, and we have Makoto foam diffusing them along with several layers of plastic. So you get a really nice even blade. And what you do to plug in your blade is you just have to align the pattern of that DIN plug with the emitter pattern. First I'll undo the retention screw a little bit. Once that's in, Just tighten up your blade retention so that the blade doesn't go flying out. Just got the standard default colors on here, which you could change in the R.I.C.E to be your own custom colors. One of over 1 million colors available with this setup. Change the fonts, just going to hold down the aux button. There's 6 changeable fonts in here. We have light meat, gray meat, dark meat, which come on the Prizm. And then I've added Corellian, Rogue, and Dantari to round out the 6 fonts that are available on here. You can change any one of them by going into the SD card. There's a bunch of nice blues on here. Blaster blocking with the Neopixels, especially nice. That one's Corellian. That Mad Cow's Rogue. And Dantari is number 6. Okay, well, I hope you guys like this lightsaber. Like I said, it is available for sale right now on the FX-Saber forums. I will put a link in the description if you're interested in taking a look. And thanks for checking out this video.